I'm gonna turn around and park. Look, 3 more already at the park. Look. God, I got all the boys with me. Big Uncle time. Got all the boys with me, niggas. Big Uncle Day. But anywho, so, you know, a lot of my nephews, they don't got fathers. Like none of them got fathers. Yeah, my son named, not my son, my brother's youngest son named Zion. But they don't got fathers. They ain't really have father figures in their life like that. So, you know, I try to get out here and get them in some extracurricular activities and try to show them that, like, you know, it's better ways. Like, it's better ways. Like, we go hiking, hunting, all type of, like, shit that, you know, fishing and all type of shit that we play catch and shit. Just shit that fathers, that they never had, you know what I mean? And those little things can be a super change in somebody's life, especially young boys growing up in the era where we grew up in, where we get either, like nowadays, most boys without fathers is raised by music. Right? Raised by music. And that goes back to what I was saying. So the records, hit records, remind you, XYZ radio station is suckers, and majority of the radio DJs in the world are more than likely suckers too, because they're like paid coons to make sure they play everything that's completely destructive. That's a whole nother story. On the flip side, so my little nephews over there, the ones at the court, you know, every blue moon I come in the house and they'll be playing some shit. You know, one of the new little young cool rappers, right? Damn, I hate saying that. That shit be making me feel like an old nigga. I'm 35, 36 now. But still, I ain't no old nigga, but, you know, they be playing some of the new little young cool niggas, and I'd be like, it's crazy nowadays that these niggas don't even listen to the music they listening to. Oh, did it make sense? Let me say that again. In today's time, especially some of my little nieces and nephews, they don't even listen to the music that they listening to. It just be on in the background, and they might quote a lyric or two and then keep doing what they doing. Like, they be playing a game and shit, and then, but they not really listening. They bobbing to it. They grown, like, but they not really listening to it. It's the beat and the melodies. So what I did was, I did an experiment. I set all my nephews in the room, all my little nephews. It was about 12 of them. On God, my big brother got children. He got children, like children. You know, motherfucker got kids when you got children, not children, children. And if you black, you know what I mean. All right, so I set all my nieces and nephews in the room, and I was like, all right, play me what's on y'all playlist right now? You play me your favorite song, you play me your favorite song, you play me your favorite song. Oh God. He put up, one of my nephews put up NBA Youngboy. I said, on crib, look at him. He said, he hard, uncle. I said, no. I ain't saying he ain't hard. Just look at him. Man, this kid special ed. Crip. Fresh out of special ed. Fresh. NBA Youngboy look like he don't even want to do music. He look like somebody telling him to do that. Eastside Crip, it look like a nigga telling him to do that. He look like he don't even want to do all this. Like, he look like he being forced. Fresh out of special ed. They probably paid NBA Youngboy in gummy worms. Oh, my mama, come get your check, man, boy. Oh, God, they pay him in gushers. Oh, God, he look like he get paid in gummy worms. Crib. But no, man, let me get back serious. I'm just saying. Oh, mama, look. So, boom, he listening to NBA Youngboy. And I said, all right, rap the lyrics for me. He said, I said, no, man, don't do the melody thing. Rap the actual lyrics. Like what he's saying. He couldn't do it. He couldn't rap the lyrics. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. I said, so you listen to this you've been playing this song all week. You don't know the lyrics though. You just kind of like mumble it. So I said, okay, cool. Let's go to Rap Genius right now and listen and read. Come on, no, fuck that. I started getting mad. Cause I try not to get mad though, cause I understand the system. But I started getting mad. Man, fuck all that, nigga. Pull up a Rap Genius and read. All right. So he pulled up the NBA Youngboy Rap Genius lyrics. Hey, mama. He put up the NBA Youngboy Rap Genius lyrics. I said, read from the top to bottom. On God, he said, the gun, shoot, bang, die, bloody, kill the gun. What? Oh, God. My little cousin doomed. And you know what made it even sadder? He said, yeah, that's hard. You heard him? I said, all right, I gotta go to the next. All right, come here, Duty. What you listening to? On God, Duty different though. Let me tell you. So my other little cousin, he listening to all the little stupid shit. So he always on fuck nigga time. Nigga be in the street smoking and all type of fuck nigga shit. My other little nephew, his name Antoine, his name Duty. Duty, he listened to Tupac. Remind you, peep this. Said, what you listening to, Duty? We call him Duty because he used to boo-boo all the time. On God, he was a shitty little boy. He a twin too, on God. What you listening to, Duty? On God, he had on Tupac, Gotta Keep Your Head Up. That was #1 in his playlist. Tupac, Gotta Keep Your Head Up. Now, peep, Duty different. On God, all he do is build shit. He build shit, nigga, fix dirt bikes, motorcycles, dog houses, all type of shit. He do all type of shit. But look what he owned. Look, he had Tupac in his playlist, Lauryn Hill. Okay, he had all type of different, like he had Common and all them in his playlist. Look what he owned. Nah, Pete. He had Pop, Lauryn Hill, Common, and all them in his playlist. Look what type of shit he owned. On my mom, he painted my mom whole bedroom set this morning. Took the bedroom shit apart and painted it down. Look what he owned. So this is starting to. Remind you, I'm doing an experiment with my little. These the streets. This the streets. This the youth. All these niggas. My little nephew that's sitting right here, nigga, 15. This the youth. Now I'm gonna shoot you Duty number. Say, this the youth. These 15, 16, 17s, 14s, 12s, 5s, 8. This the all the youth. So boom, right? So I asked my other little nephew, what you listening to? He said, I don't really listen to music like that, but I be listening to jazz and shit. So boom. He quiet though. He listen to jazz and all him out because he He one of them niggas that he gonna either be three things. He gonna be a serial killer, a mass murderer, or he gonna invent something like Tesla. You know, black people, we live on that thin line of greatness and complete destructive. You don't really know till a nigga hit about 15. This one was he about 10. You don't really know till we hit about 15. But black people, we live on the thin line of greatness and destructive. We do. We do. But bam, right? So, you know, I'm just asking. So I brought some of my little cousins in there, my girl little cousins in there. And my girl little cousin, I was like, what y'all listen to? And they was like, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, boo boo boo. Can remind you, ain't no conscious girl. Well, we got Rap City, we got Ill Camille, but they not mainstream. And we live in a world that is controlled by mainstream media. All these little kids only see what the algorithm posts them. The algorithm not gonna send them no Rap City. It's not gonna send them no Ill Camille. It's not gonna send them no Jaleesa. It's not gonna send them none of the females that can really rap. It's not gonna send them Lauryn Hill. Even Lauryn Hill just won a fucking another award for being a diamond or some wild shit. The algorithm still ain't gonna send it to them. So they was listening to WAP. On God, they had WAP, and I said, "This what y'all want to be when y'all grow up?" They was like, "No." I said, "Well, why y'all listening to this shit?" She was like, "This all we got." At that moment, I said, damn, you right. You absolutely right. That's all they got. They don't got nothing else to listen to. You absolutely right. They don't have no other females at that point, at that mainstream level point to fully listen to. You absolutely right. Damn, that's fucked up. I was like, all right, man, listen to this, man. So I put something on TV on the computer for him, and I made him watch the Lauryn Hill thing. Remember when she was sitting in the chair with the guitar? I made him watch that. Said, watch this, man. This is what a real woman look like. I made him watch the Lauryn Hill thing. I forgot the name of the song. What's the name of that song when she was sitting in the chair with the guitar? She was talking about the whole industry and all type of shit. Made her watch that. So this morning, y'all came back in there. They was like, you got more Lauryn Hill stuff? You got more Lauryn Hill stuff? I like Lauryn Hill. Mama, could I get some dreadlocks? Just like that. Just like that. It just took one switch of the frequency. Just like that. They was already ready to go left. They all trying to get dreads and all type of shit. Just like that. Just because Lauryn Hill sparked a whole nother mind state in them. Now all of them niggas is there. Tierra Whack fire too. What's her name? The other bigger chick, Chicka. Chicka fire too. But on God, so I made a playlist for them. I took all their phones and made a Spotify, like a little playlist for them. On God, Rap City, Ill Camille, Jaleesa, Chicka, Tierra Whack. On God, I made a playlist for them. Man, get y'all shit up. I even gave them some old Lil Kim, because Lil Kim was hard. I even gave him some old Lil Kim. Get back in that bag. On God. We talking Lil Kim before the bitch looked like a mummy. East side. Hey man, Lil Kim Army, man, don't come for me, man. I'm sorry. Oh God. Oh God. No, Yoshi in there too. My bad, Yoshi. Yoshi in there too. Oh God. But old Lil Kim, on God, listen to older Lil Kim, listen to Eve, on God, we need them, listen to Lady of Rage, on God, all them people, man, I put my little nieces and nephews on. I put them on, now that's what they listening to. They don't want to hear no more of the fuckery. So more of the story, what I'm saying is, we've been bamboozled as a collective, via it be the youth, male or female, we've been bamboozled, and we are being the bamboozling because. So look, I'm gonna tell you, right? So when I walk in the house, they go, Uncle Davon, let me have some money. You rich? That's what they think, right? So when you are a form of rich in people's eyes, you are an influencer. When people think you got money, you're an influencer automatically. And they'll kind of listen to whatever you say because they think that what you do is the right way to get successfully out of the shithole or out of the matrix. So I tell them all the time, there's ways to become financially stable without that way. A lot of people don't know this about me, and a lot of y'all are new to the Daylyt world, and a lot of y'all only know Daylyt. Y'all don't know Davon. I'm gonna say this one more time. Y'all really don't know Davon. Y'all know Daylyt. Y'all know the internet me. Y'all don't know me. And what I mean by that is I'm living proof of how people live on both sides of the line. And either we gonna be left or right. I'm gonna tell y'all this. People didn't think I was gonna make it past 12. 12. They didn't think I was gonna make it past 12 years old. You know how niggas be like, yo, I jumped off the porch and I was out here? I was out here 4 years old. 5 years old. I was in the streets. I was catching buses at 4, 5 years old, going wherever the fuck I want. I was really out in the streets at 4 or 5. They didn't think I was gonna make it at 12. 12. My cousin Say in here right now, he'll tell you, I really was suicidal. Suicidal is an understatement because suicidal kids are sad. I was crazy, legit 5950. I was really crazy. I didn't give a fuck about absolutely nothing. Zero, nothing. Want me to tell you why I didn't give an absolute fuck about absolutely nothing? Because my daddy wasn't there. I didn't care about nothing. Nobody couldn't. If my daddy not telling me what to do, nobody can tell me about absolutely nothing. I'm going to change that number. It wasn't 4 or 5. It was 5 and 6 when I was catching the bus and doing all that shit. My daddy wasn't there. Nobody can tell me nothing. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. You can't tell me nothing. You're not my dad. You can't tell me nothing. And I was out here. I ran the streets very young. Very young. I was getting chased by police and all that shit at 7. 6, 7. Chased by police. Guns. Shootings. All that shit. 7, 8, 9. They didn't think I was going. Nobody in my family thought I would be. Listen to me. Nobody in my entire family thought I would be this internet personality that people are looking up to for positive advice and growth. Nobody thought that. Nobody. They didn't think I was going to be alive. My grandmother, my actual mother's mother, told me I wasn't going to make it past 18, looked me in my eyes and said, you going to be dead before you turn 18. Looked me in my eyes and told me that. Proved that bitch wrong. I became something. And I tell my nieces and nephews, if I could do it, anybody could do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it. Want me to tell you what made me change my life? Cause look, wait. I'm gonna put this out there. I want to put this out there. Let me put this out there, and I'm gonna make this a known fact. In the neighborhood that I grew up in, every nigga in my neighborhood will tell you, Daylyt ain't really no street nigga. He crazy. No, listen. You could ask any nigga from my neighborhood. They will tell you, he ain't really no street nigga like that. That nigga's a loony bin. And this was before internet Daylyt. A nigga loony. I'm gonna tell you what type of loony I am. Hey Daylyt, man, do some funny shit. Man, I go do a backflip off a 3-story building. Oh God, I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care. I didn't care. I was a risk taker. I didn't care. I was a risk taker. I didn't care about nothing. I just didn't care. But Pete, I'm gonna tell y'all what helped me tell myself that I could change my life. So, my father fell victim to drugs. Pete, my father fell victim to drugs. I used to watch my pops lay on the ground. I had to walk over my pops to get to school a few times. Homies like, man, I go, your daddy laid out. I seen that with my own eyes. Seen it. To walk over my daddy, step over him. Oh God, daddy in the street, laid out. I seen my daddy smoke crack rock in front of me. Seen him hit the pipe and pass out in front of me. I'm only 6 years old, 5 years old. I seen it. I knew at that point I had to pick up my responsibility to be a man. But let me tell you, you know what made me realize if anything's possible? One day, remind you, my dad was on the ground for years. One day I came home and my dad was just in the kitchen cooking. I just came home. Came home from outside doing some fuck shit. Pops was in the kitchen cooking. Daddy? What's up, son? You eating dinner? Mama! Daddy in the kitchen cooking. What happened? Mama, what happened? What the fuck? Boy, don't be cussing in my house. Mama, daddy in the kitchen cooking. He don't stink. He like clean. She said, yeah, son, he just came home. And my heart broke and rebuilt it at the same time. Heart broke apart and cramped back together. I went there and hugged my daddy. On God, gave him the longest hug ever. Long hug. I said, Daddy, you back? Nigga nodded his head like that. Years later, I finally got a dope. I asked my pops, how did you do it? My pops said, I wasn't never no crackhead. And my pops told me, I wasn't never no crackhead. So I just gave up on this reality. I knew it was fake. Everything was fake. I didn't want no job. I didn't want to live in this system no more. So I just wanted to sleep all day. Said, remember that movie we watched when we was little? When you was little? I said, what movie? I said, remember I took you to the movies to see the movie They Live. Remember? When you put the glasses on and you see all the fake shit? man, this shit fake. That day on, I said, my pops figured it out. He figured out how to leave the matrix, then plug back in it. Everything made sense for me right then. That was the moment it all clicked. Everything clicked. Click, 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 click. It clicked. It clicked. What the fuck I gotta do now? I gotta use all my craziness, all my not giving a fucks. I gotta use that as my ability. I was blessed with a warrior mentality. I was blessed with, remind you, my pops know karate, hey, you see, look, I'm a pen. This is my cousin right here on God, I'm a penny. Where's Seiko? You see right here, Say the Great? This is my cousin. Hold on. It's my blood cousin right here. My pops used to have us in the backyard breaking bricks and all type of shit with our bare hands. My daddy was real live a ninja. Like an actual ninja. I seen my daddy break through like 12 bricks, bare hand. Wham! On God, my dad was a real live, some type of Thanos type of thing. Anywho, make a long story short, right? I started to realize that everything that happened in my life, it was supposed to happen. Everything is all supposed to happen. I was supposed to see my dad do that. I was supposed to learn how to maneuver these streets at a young age. I was supposed to go through all of that shit. I was supposed to. It was all part of the ultimate journey. I was supposed to. Y'all don't understand how mentally strong a lot of that stuff made me. And once again, some of this type of stuff can make or break people. It could make or break. It made me stronger, dog. And as time progressed, I became the person I became. I went and got my face tattooed. I remember when I first got my face tattooed, my whole family was like, this nigga lost it. I remember coming back to the family reunion. Everybody was like, hi, cousin Davon. Hope everything's okay. Niggas was looking at me like I was completely crazy. You know what helped me get by that? My dad voice was in my head like, rest of these people sleep. They don't get it. They won't ever get it. They won't ever break free. They won't ever think about breaking free. They won't even learn how to break free. It ain't even about them. Just do what you gotta do to get to where you need to get to. On God, they didn't get it. Nobody in my family didn't get it. When I came back with my face tattoo, remind y'all, I had my face tattoo before face tattoos were cool. Wasn't no Uzis, wasn't no nothing. Lil Wayne had a teardrop or two. It was just me and Mike Tyson. And the rest of the niggas in jail. It was just me and Mike Tyson. That was it. I knew what I was supposed to do. Oh God, I'm a warrior, and I ain't taking the mask off. This ain't had nothing to do with Spawn in the beginning. Nothing. It just happened to turn out like Spawn, and it became something that I could tell people because it was more easier to explain. When people like, yo, it's Spawn, I'd be like, yeah, it's Spawn, yeah. Ain't had nothing to do with Spawn when I first got it. Nothing. Absolutely zero. Nothing. I literally told myself, if I'm going to take on the role of being a warrior for something, I'm going to take it on. I'm not going to be able to take it off. I don't want to take my costume off. I don't. It's going to stay there. I'm going to be a warrior to the death. I figured it out. Nobody had faith in me. Nobody seen it. Everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody in my neighborhood, everybody, all my friends, family, everybody, they like crazy. He lost it. Oh, I found it. I actually found it. And here we are. What, damn near 12 years later, 13 years later, and the same people that said I was crazy don't have nothing to show. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They've been in the same spot for the last 12, 13, 14 years. Nothing. Same people that called me crazy ask me for help now. They help me. Please. But going bigger than that, I tell my nieces and nephews these stories. And they sit around, and I feel like an old ass grandfather. They sitting around looking. One of my nieces was eating popcorn and shit. Damn, Maya! She's eating popcorn and shit. But more of the story is like, it's like, dang, Uncle, you been through all of that? And I'm like, yeah, look at these pictures, man. I went to here, and I went to here, and I went to Africa, then I went to here, then I went to here, then I'm showing them all the pictures of all the shit. And they just mesmerized, because in their minds, they like, my uncle did it. If Uncle could do it, we could do it. I said, look, man, I ain't telling all of y'all to get no tattoos and shit. I mean, if you want to, you could. You do whatever the fuck you want. I ain't telling all of y'all to get no tattoos and shit, but you could do this. So I said, look at this picture right here. She said, where that say? I said, this is in the Mexico Aztec pyramids. She said, that's far, Uncle. I said, no, it ain't. It's about a 6-hour flight. It ain't even far. Probably less than that. It ain't that far. She said, how much is that? I said, $499 if you book it early. She said, that ain't that much. And I said, y'all just got a goddamn PlayStation 5. That's a whole trip to somewhere else. I said, look, when y'all grow up and y'all have kids and shit, make sure you spend your money on taking your kids to other places and go see the world. Y'all want to know how my mind worked the way it worked? It's because I've seen the world. The more and more I see the world, the more and more my mind expands, the more and more I'm able to create from multi-dimensional aspects. Go see the world. Go see the world. Go see the world. So I told them all, I would say within the next week or so, I'm supposed to fly all of them to Hawaii. All of them. All of them. All the little niggas, we all going to Hawaii. The cold part about it is this. The fact that I put myself in position that I could do that now. I took the gamble with my life and put myself in a position to where I could do that now. I could do that. I could do it. I could say, come on, y'all, we out. I could do it all because I took the gamble. The best part about this shit, man, is just telling them, be wary of the stuff you place in the back of your subconscious. Be wary of it. Be conscious and consider the things that you subconsciously listen to. Because all of these things are a form of mental programming. Via you are listening or not listening at all, they are. So I'm telling y'all now, change what you listen to. So now I got them all on the diet. I got them all on a musical diet. They got to listen to, I told them get into a lot of Kendrick shit, get into a lot of Cole. And one of my nephews was like, man, it ain't got no vibe to it. And I was like, see, you been bamboozled, but sometimes you got to musically detox. It's like chocolates and sweets and all that shit, and you start eating shit that's healthy for you. It don't taste good as the chocolate and sweets, but you got to keep doing it until it become good. All right, cool. So you got musical detox, all that foo-foo shit gotta go. I got all these little niggas on that shit. All the foo-foo shit gotta go. Niggas gotta listen to the good shit. So boom, pop this in, pop this Common in, pop this Black Thought in, pop this Lupe in, pop this Kendrick in, pop this Cole in, pop all that, pop that in. That's what we own. These are a few more niggas, you feel me? We gonna get into the K-Rhinos and the Cambadas and all them. Pop all that in, pop that in. That's what we listening to. So boom. They've been on that for about 3-4 days. So this morning, one of my nephews asked me about some hieroglyphic shit. He was like, "Hey, cuzzo, man," hey, uncle. And I was listening to some song, man. And he was talking about some pyramids and shit, man. Like, can you help me find some links and stuff? So boom, now he down the rabbit hole with that. He been in the rabbit hole all day. Now this the problem. Let me tell you, the only problem. No, Soul is most definitely in the playlist. The only problem with all of this, I'm going to tell you, the only problem with this is information is dangerous. Now, I have to be conscious of the fact of knowing that even if I send these niggas down a rabbit hole, that rabbit hole could cause just as many problems as being sleep. Sometimes, in the words of Kendrick, ignorance is bliss. Sometimes it's best to just not know. Sometimes it's best to just not know. Now, this is the thing. Some people's body, mind, heart, soul, spirit, they whole chakra alignment has to be strong enough to withstand these type of amounts of information. For example, our brains are hard drives. We have been programmed with firewall and antiviruses and all type of Norton programs that keep us inside this construct in society that we live in, and all the programs that we learn help us stay inside this construct that we live in. We learn the ABCs to learn words. We learn words to read. We learn how to read to see signs. We learn signs that teach us how to drive left and right, walk, stop, go, and all of those things are rules and regulations that live inside this concrete jungle that we live in. If we were in the wild, we wouldn't need absolutely none of that. But more the story is, so the thing is, when our computers get completely filled up with this information and we live with this information for XYZ amount of years, it becomes a symbiote. Like it becomes an actual, like, a part of you, right? And the thing is, once you try to remove that, you could break down. So sending these kids on this informational path don't necessarily mean I'm helping them. It don't necessarily mean I'm helping them. Some of them can overload. Like I said, right now, as a regular person, you think that there's just regular people in the world and everything is okay. When you start to get deep into underground cities, you start to get deep into people eating people, then you start to see all type of other vampires and blood sacrifices and spirit cooking and all type of wild shit, you can go ballistically crazy. And the rabbit hole is very deep. And I told them, if there's information or they need or whatever they want, just hit me and we can walk through it together, because walking through this shit by yourself is very spooky. I've seen it crash the best of the best. Like my son Zayden, he's still traumatized right now. Like right now he's traumatized by some shit he was studying late night, and I had to correct him. Studying some government shit, went left down the rabbit hole to some other government shit, to some deep web shit, to some dark web shit, and seen some deep web shit about Bitcoin and how Bitcoin was started with the kid. It's called Bitcoin. Just think about that. Bit. What do you mean bit? Bit, like biting, like eating. But anywho, he went down that road and he seen some shit and he kind of scarred by that. Yes, the coin was started for child trafficking. That's a whole nother world to even go down. And y'all really don't really know that, but it's called Bitcoin, and it's untraceable currency because you buy things that you're not supposed to be able to get traced back. And most people who doing shit like that are illegal, selling illegal type of body parts. Anywho, so yeah, he went down that rabbit hole, and now he don't want to sleep in his room by himself because he'd be like, well, what if somebody come through the room window and get me, and I don't want my organs to be sold, and all that type of stuff or whatever. So now he has to sleep on the pallet in the room with me or close to me. And actually, I don't mind it because it made me feel more like a pack. I'm like, yo, who the fuck told us that we got to sleep in different rooms? And then who the fuck decided to separate our energy by making people sleep in different rooms? Like, what type of fuckery is this? Like, there's some, you know what? So actually, it feel kind of good him sleeping on the pallet. At least I know if something pop off, I could grab him and we could run and whatever. But, you know, those are the effects of learning a lot of this stuff, especially at a young age. Like right now, my son know damn near everything I know. So I try to go, yo, why this nigga life gonna be when he get older? When he get 18 and 19, what, like, is he gonna even be able to function in this society? I think about stuff like that. Like, am I doing a good job by installing all of this information in his head, or am I gonna make it hard for him? Like right now, he has school, right? I checked him into like one of these internet shits just so he could. I want to see how he maneuver. It's online class. See how he maneuver. And he goes, Dad, I can't sit here at this computer. I go, son, just sit down, son. Just try to focus. Dad, motherfuckers are idiots, Dad. They got me learning all of this shit that don't mean shit. I know, son, but the objective is to play the game. It's the Matrix. You gotta play the game, son. Just play the game. He like, Dad. My son's 10. Dad, look, Dad, they're reading riddles. Dad, they're reading London Bridges falling down. London Bridges falling down. Do these kids even know what this song is about? It's about war and destruction of London. But we're singing it like it's okay. I'm like, you're right, son. Cut the computer off. Fuck the whole class. Oh, God. Give your teacher the middle finger. Fuck her, too. Oh, my mama, that's how I be feeling. Yeah, give her the middle finger and everybody in there. On God, the whole school system. Fuck them. But, you know, going back to that, like, man, I'm just in a position where I'm trying to be to others what I didn't have. Right? I'm trying to be as to others what I didn't have in my life. I didn't have role models in my life. I didn't have father figures in my life. And everybody I had to look up to was most definitely on fuck nigga shit. I didn't have no positive people in my life. And the only actual person that I did kind of have in my life that I was probably starting to look up to, he left. No. Prior to that, which was my Uncle Gerard, who passed, and my Uncle Gerard was doing music, but my Uncle Gerard passed. And then his son, which is my older cousin Keith, that I always wanted to connect with, but Keith was just, I'm out, my nigga, I'm on some. Keith was like very Rastafarian, super vibe. Like, Keith actually live in Hawaii right now. But Keith was like super Rastafarian, is my big cousin. And Keith was like, I'm out, my nigga, I'm out. I'm not dealing with none of you niggas, I'm out. So Keith was always out the mix. He wasn't never really in the mix. But I always wanted to connect with Keith because he had like a super spiritual Rastafari vibe. Like my cousin Keith was like a Talib Kweli. Like he was in that bag his whole life. Like a Talib bag his whole life. So other than that, like I ain't really had nobody to look up to. I ain't have nobody to look up to. My brother was gangbanging. Older cousins was, you know, maneuvering how they was maneuvering. Like I ain't really have nobody to fully look up to. Like my other big brother, he was in jail a lot when I was younger. He was in jail for a minute when I was younger. He got out, did some good things when he got out or before he went. But I didn't really have nobody to look up to. I ain't nobody to look up to. And you know, I had the streets. I had niggas in the neighborhood. I had certain big homies and shit that I, you know, almost went down certain paths, but I didn't really have nobody to look up to. So now I make that a priority in my life, especially for the people who watch me now specifically. And once again, I wasn't always like this. As of recently, like, everybody's growing, and a lot of people look at me and they go, yo, like you XYZ, and I'm like, yo, I'm still growing. I ain't done yet. Like, I just came into this way of thinking, like, as of the last 10 years. That's new to me. I still got a lot to learn. I still got a lot of codes done crack. I still got a lot. My mind is reconstructing right now as we speak. My whole mind is reconstructing. It's literally just forming new possibilities and ideas in my brain. You know, like the movie Inception and Doctor Strange, when the walls be bending all the opposite way. That's how my mind works, bro. It's reconstructing daily. Like, what do you call that shit? Reverse engineering. That's what my mind do every day. Reverse engineer everything I was taught. Is reverse. Like, nope, backwards. Nope, break that down. Nope, backwards. Nope, backwards. So I'm still growing, but for the most part, I try to be to those who watch me. I try to be to those what I didn't have. And to the people that follow me, I try to be to those what I didn't have. I give as many opportunities as I possibly can. I'm accessible as much as I possibly can. I'm super accessible. For all the people that do hit me and don't get replies, you have to take into the consideration that hundreds of thousands of people hit me a day. It is not enough time in one day until I find an infinity tesseract or some wild shit, because I know it's one somewhere at Area 51. But when I find one of them motherfuckers, then I'll be able to fucking go back in time and keep replying to everybody in the same day. But for the most part, my nigga, yeah, hundreds. I get hundreds. If I look at my DMs right now and I close my phone and open it back up, it's literally 15,000 new ones, just like that. You got to think, like, when you take this role on of being an XYZ type of leader, people look at you like a messiah or Jesus or type shit. Niggas be in the DM like, please save me. My nigga, I'm a regular nigga from Watts. I don't have that type of power. Take these informations and run with your life, playboy. Niggas be in the DM thinking I could walk on water and shit, my nigga. I mean, I did it a few times, but still, my nigga. But I understand that. You feel me? I understand that I took on that responsibility, so I most definitely reply to as many people as I can. Now, this is another thing y'all don't know. I'm really tapped in, and when I tell y'all I'm tapped in. I understand energy very well. So when I don't reply to certain DMs, sometimes it just got a lot to do with who you are as a person, and I don't really want to tap into your energy. That happens a lot. It happens a whole lot. Sometimes I just know what you own. I can tell by the look, bro. There's a combination. Let me tell you these combinations. I broke these things down, and this is how horoscopes work. This is how all these little psychics work. And I wouldn't say I have psychic ability, but you create an algorithm based on how people maneuver to determine what they own. Okay, simple. One picture on your page. XYZ followers, more followers than you actually, you're following more people than you have actual followers. 9 times out of 10, you really going through some depressed type shit. And it's simple as that. Either you're a bot page or you going through some depressed, because you ain't no artist. You going to do some depressed type shit, or 9 times you don't even got a display picture. Look, man, you niggas hurting out here. A lot of niggas like that, they not okay with themselves. There's a lot of options, but majority of options, niggas are drug addicts. And the drug addicts is causing X, Y, Z amount of problems, and it's just a fucking collective of problems. It's a complete setup every time. Every time I answer, what's going on? Yo, bro, I'm fighting drug addiction. I'd be like, damn, another one? Shit. Drug addiction or depression. 99% of the time, drug addiction or depression. 99% of the time. It's a common combination with niggas who don't have that many pictures on their page. Drug addiction. Common. Common. Very common. I'm literally like 9 for 10 every time. Drug addiction or a high level of depression, which comes from drug addiction. So look, I can't reply to everybody, but I try to reply to as many people as I can. And for the people that are listening right now, words of motivation that I have for you, I am walking proof that anyone could change. And use my father's story and use many more stories. Everybody has a change. Everybody has the ability to change. You just gotta tell yourself, do it. It's a hard fight though. It's hard. Do it. Success is right around the corner for anybody. Success is right around the corner for anybody. No, peep this. Let me tell y'all something. So you remember I told y'all my cousin in there, Say the Great? Y'all know he was the rapper. I wasn't rapping. His name was C-Loke. He was the rapper. On God, my cousin had bars way more than me earlier in our career. He was the rapper. I wasn't the rapper. He was the rapper our whole life. I wasn't the rapper. My cousin to tell you he was the rapper. C-Loke. And to this day, my cousin still got bars. On God, he hard. But Pete, I'm just saying, anything's possible, man. Anything's possible, bro. Anything. You just gotta be willing to do it. Anything's possible. You just gotta be willing to do it. And doing that shit, it take great sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice something that you believe you love. You don't really love it, but you believe you love it based on the conditions you're in. You gotta sacrifice. You gotta look at this shit like Thanos, my nigga. You gotta throw something you love off the cliff to get your soul back. Something you love gotta go off the cliff. Get your soul back. Just keeping it all the way real. At what cost? Oh, look, I'm telling y'all, I was the last person in my family that cared about music. My brother rapped, my cousins rapped, everybody rapped, my uncle did music, I was the last, I didn't give a fuck about no music. Later on in life, I was just like, oh, this'll work. Crack the codes, but on the flip side, bro, y'all just gotta you gotta be willing to change, man. Ain't no such thing as a successful person. There's only such thing as hard work. Now, this the thing. A lot of people like to lie to themselves and lie like they putting in hard work, but you know what you doing behind the scenes. Everybody know what they doing behind the scenes. You ain't really working like that. And when I say hard work, I don't mean DMing people trying to get your music played. I'm talking about putting that hard work with your own soul, with your own spirit, you as a person. Put that work in with yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, when you put that work in with yourself, it's like having a Mario star. I don't even want to say look at me. My nigga, I could do anything. Listen to me. Ain't nothing I can't do right now. Nothing. If I want to learn how to fucking build a car tomorrow, I could do it. I show y'all this all the time. It ain't nothing I can't do. My mind gonna figure it out. And that's because I put a lot of work in with myself. Ain't nothing I can't do. When you put the work in with yourself, you get the Mario star. You can run through the level. So put that work in with yourself. Once again, stop beating yourself up. A lot of people like to beat themselves up and point the finger at themselves, and this causes a fucking looper hole of depression where you just keep getting in and beat yourself up. Look, stop beating yourself up. 9 times out of 10, the conditions that we live in wasn't our fault. The society is designed to break most people down. So we are born into a scenario, most of us are born into a scenario to where our life meter already in the red. All of us ain't born with full health. Like, you know, the video game, you got full health. No, nigga, some of us born with our life meter already blinking. So don't just beat yourself up like shit was hard. No, man, look, get through the level. I love y'all niggas. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to go ball up some of the little niggas over there hooping. They be mad at me because on God, I be tearing their ass apart. I'm about to go hoop, nigga. I hit y'all niggas in a minute. I love